capital market, indeed, as we know, plays a pivotal role in the economy of any nation, so that it is said that it is the market that measures as a barometer of the strength of the economy, especially as both governments and organizations at various levels are easy to mobilize long-term capital for their broad and varying needs, making people with ideas become entrepreneurs and helping small businesses grow into big companies. Likewise, it is an avenue for wealth creation and distribution, since individuals, corporates, and even governments at various levels can participate in the fortune-making and distribution the market provides, as they provide us with opportunities to save and invest for our futures. Agriculture, as we shall focus in this conference, is a medium and long-term investment, and the capital market is a market to raise long-term capital. It is therefore extremely critical for all stakeholders who desire to maximize the full benefits of agriculture, which include but not limited to providing food security, generating foreign exchange, and youth employment, to understand that the capital market should be the major source of agricultural funding. The 26th Annual Stockbrokers Conference, therefore, is unique in many ways. It is the first time in about a decade that this event is taking place outside Lagos. The last time we were in Benin was 2011, and here we come again in 2022 to Benin City, the capital of Edo State. For this, we thank in a most unique way the government and the good people of Edo State for hosting the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers and doing it in a very grand style. Distinguished members and guests, according to the Food and Agricultural Organization, FAO, agriculture is the foundation of the Nigerian economy, employing about 35% of the country's population. The sector also contributes a quarter of the country's gross domestic product, despite the presence of crude oil. Consequently, agriculture is a sector that has been of topmost priority to the Nigerian capital market, and we are focusing on it greatly and significantly in this conference. Secondly, here exists the bond between the capital market and the agricultural sector of the Nigerian economy. In Edo State is privileged indeed to have two quoted companies in the agricultural sector of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, namely Presco PLC and Okomu Oil Palm Company PLC, ranking among the highest price gainers on the equity segment of the Nigerian capital market in recent time. They are indeed prime blue chip companies in their own right. And we congratulate the good people of Edo State for having these companies located within this state. Furthermore, our host, Edo State, has carved a niche for themselves as an economy that thrives successfully on agriculture. In terms of states with strong agrarian focus and environment in Nigeria today, Edo State is a significant point of reference. We therefore congratulate the good people of Edo State, and in particular, the energetic, achieving Governor Godwin Obaseki for this laudable achievement. Make it stronger. It's worth it. Distinguished guests and conference delegates, these laudable feats and other achievements in Edo State should not be a surprise, because the executive governor of Edo State, Governor Godwin Obaseki, is well and truly a distinguished fellow of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers. He is a very senior and highly respected chartered stockbroker with about 3 decades of direct experience as a securities trader, securities issuance expert, investment analyst, and asset manager. So, Edo State has a good manager of men and resources at the end of its affairs. We therefore advise the citizens in other states of the Federation to borrow a leaf from Edo State and place more chartered stockbrokers from their state in positions of decision-making on economic policy and general governance to have a replica of the good deeds and things and achievements that we have witnessing in Edo State. It is on the basis of the foregoing that the 2022 annual conference of stockbrokers beams its sightlines on agriculture, exploring the nexus between the sector and the Nigerian capital markets as drivers of employment and economic growth, and profiling effective strategies to restore Nigeria to the path of double-digit growth in gross domestic product, GDP, through agricultural development. Consequently, the theme of the 26th Annual Stockbrokers Conference is Capital Markets and Agricultural Development in Nigeria, Issues and the Way Forward. Apart from the keynote address, which will dwell on the aforementioned theme, there will be 3 direct panel sessions focusing on matters arising from the theme, and 2 other sessions that we call family discussions, which will dwell on contemporary issues affecting the family of stockbrokers in Nigeria. Developing the agricultural sector to drive employment and state revenue is the first theme. Commodity exchanges and agri-development in Nigeria is the second sub-theme. Capital markets regulation in the digital age, and nesting technology to drive innovation and growth in the capital markets. You can hardly do anything without technology these days. Finance Act 2021, capital gains tax as a topical issue. We have brought on board policy makers and renowned experts in each of the topics to facilitate and share insight and experiences on the various subject matters as a way of defining the way forward. Apart from the plenaries, the annual conference will also witness the admission of over 200 young and distinguished professionals as full members of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers. After the induction ceremony, they will have the distinguished title of ACS attached to their names. So I congratulate you in advance of your induction tomorrow. Our graduate members that are here and are waiting to be inducted. That is the symbol that confirms that they are qualified and proper persons to conduct capital market business in Nigeria. I congratulate each one of the inductees. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, CIS has been a trailblazer in the Nigerian financial system. CIS was the first professional body to conduct a full-fledged computer-based examination diet. And just last year, we commenced remote examinations, which now allows students resident in various countries of the world to sit for the CIS exams without necessarily having to come to Nigeria. The National Universities Commission has approved the benchmark minimum academic standards for the curriculum for securities and investment undergraduate or first degree programs in Nigerian tertiary institutions. This is indeed a landmark. And as of now, 4 higher institutions in the country have commenced degree programs in securities and investment, capital market studies, while others will soon commence. This is a new vista in our education, and the more of this that we have, the better for our educational sector. Let me close this welcome address by calling once again on government and key policy makers in the country to support the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers, both financially and otherwise. This is just a member-funded institute. We require more support to be able to do much more than even that we're doing now. And a lot of this is required in terms of grants, in terms of donations and support to the institute. Our work in the financial literacy space, that is the area, is much to be able to get the much of this country to become financially literate, to be able to get them informed as much as possible. Is quite much and needs huge resources to accomplish. Our mandate and our trading markets needs increased liquidity from pension fund investments and other high net worth channels to stabilize. Indeed, Nigeria needs the capital market, and with the coming of the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement after, the competition has heightened among African countries to attract foreign direct and portfolio investments. We call on the federal government to revisit the issue of capital gains tax, just reintroduced, and restore the exemption of Nigerian equities that lapsed last year. That exemption granted in 2012 was a particularly important action by the federal government of Nigeria, which helped to bring a reasonable level of stability to a fledgling market. We are not yet out of the woods completely, so the market is not yet ripe for the capital gains tax. We call on the government to have a rethink towards this.